Okay, this is day one of the Pontiac G8 rebuild. I have to take all this crap off to change the timing chain on this vehicle. Today is February 22nd, 2020. This is my first time doing a timing chain. So I had to take a lot of stuff off. I already took the intake off so y'all can see the complexity of the work I had to do here. A while ago, I put on a new alternator down there. That's it right there. I'm gonna change whatever need to be done on this. Taking the timer off, the valve cover's gotta come off, the intake manifold gotta come off, and the belt have to come off. The oil pump have to come off, the water pump have to come off, and the harmonic banister right there need to come off. So in my next couple of videos, y'all will see all this come off, pushed to the side, and as I start taking apart this engine to replace the starter, and also we do the timing chain. So this is it, Corey. This is it of all the mechanic work that you have done. Here's time for you to put the skills to test again on your own vehicle. Alright, so I will keep it posted in another video of everything I'm doing to take apart this car. Starting here, day one. Alright, bye. Okay, alright, this is how far I got just by taking off the left side head gasket. It's not as bad as I thought. It is some gunk buildup in there, if you can see, on top of them heads. So I'm gonna get some seafoam cleaner after I change the oil and blow all that out. Now when I get back, I'm gonna start taking part of the left side head gasket, start taking that side off. Then everything right here in the front gonna come off. The pulley, all that, the alternator, everything is gonna come off. But they say normally this side is what goes bad. So I started that side first. This is the valve cover gasket I took off. See, there's a whole bunch of debris and stuff under there. So I'm gonna make sure all that get cleaned out before I put it back on. All the stuff I took off right there. Then I gotta do everything in the front, so I'll probably be finished all this later on if I can just get into it and continue kicking on it. As I take that off, start taking off everything in the front. Draining the coolant and the oil. I'm draining the oil on it last. But that's it. That's one valve cover off. Then I'm gonna start it with the other one when I get back. Alright. Remember, all them gaskets and plugs like that Corey too, you have to put back on. So, but one thing at a time. Is almost there. Alright. Okay, at this time I decided to come back and shoot a video. As you can see, I got every dang on thing broke down in this vehicle. It took me a little bit longer than what I thought, but I finally got to those timing chains. That's the side right there. They have the most carbon black hookup on that side. Yeah, so the chains, that's the master chain down at the bottom there. That's the left side chain. See, it's a little cleaner there at the top. I got the whole heads and everything off. It took me a while. The hardest thing of this job was taking out all the dang on bolts. Now I gotta remember where all and everything go back and put it all back together when I'm done. But this is my first time in chain replace. See, I got down to the chains. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm finna go to bed, and now I just gotta line it up and replace the chains and slowly put it all back together, and hopefully I don't miss a bolt or a wire or break a wire or something, but I got it all fixed. So ain't nothing's impossible, it's all possible. Wow. Now I just gotta line them up on the marks, place the chains. and whatever needs to be replaced while I'm in here, I'm gonna replace it now, because I'm definitely ain't doing this again. I think I'm gonna trade the car if I gotta do it again. But there you go. Took all that nasty stuff off. There's all my parts. I just threw them down on the floor. Well, I'm done for the night. But that's it. That's my first. Let's see if I can take a picture. Okay, so now I got the chains off. I got everything lined back up. Now I'm putting back on the new parts. That's the new chain. Got to get that lined up with a hole down there and work my way around till everything lines back up. So, I'm going to do that now. Put the new glides and everything back on there and tighten it up. Alright, so this is my first time in chain. I finally finished it. Got them all lined up dead center on the marks like they supposed to. That's chain number 2. That's the sprocket. See everything highlighted yellow on there. It's lined up 100% perfectly on the timing chain. So I know I have everything in line perfectly. So that's it. Now I poured all the pins. I double checked everything. Now I can reassemble it back together, put it all back together. I do kind of remember where some of the bolts go. I took out more than a little bit extra bolts, did a little bit, but I done it. I finished it. My first time in chain. Now I'm gonna put it all back together, and then when I get it running, I'll post another video. Okay, so this is the finished product. I'm done putting it all back together. I sealed a lot of those gaskets because a couple of them came off the seal. So I just got to put the oil in it now. I just got to put the coolant back in it. And hopefully when I fire it, everything goes to plan and works properly. Nothing overheat, nothing short, nothing's not connected. I double checked everything. I checked all the connectors. I'm gonna double check again tomorrow. I got the oil draining now, so I'll put the oil back in it, the coolant back in it tomorrow. Double check all the wires, plug back up the battery. Hey, hopefully it fires and turn over without any problems. I know it's gonna rattle a little bit because of the oil, but that's okay. I'm expecting that, and I just hope it continue to run and works right. After that, I can get this thing out of the garage, but I'm gonna change my oil. I'm gonna change the transmission fluid wires in here. I'm gonna take care of that, the transmission fluid, and I'm gonna take care of the starter. The starter, I was having a starter issue on it, so I'm gonna take care of the starter too. I'm looking at that right now. I think I can get a rebuilt starter on it, so I'm gonna worry about that tomorrow. And hopefully I have this thing running by Saturday again, back on the road. That's the plan. But you know, stuff never go as planned, but I'm done. My first engine rebuild of a timing chain. So far, I've done it right according to YouTube. They haven't done me wrong yet. And I'm ready to fire it back up. Okay, here is the finished product. I now have it running. I did have an oil leak down behind the alternator, so make sure you put in all the bolts down there behind the alternator, behind the air compressor. So that's it. I'm done. This thing is running. It sounds pretty good. It's not missing. It's not backfiring. I just rammed up the engine. And yep, it's not leaking down there anymore. I had an oil leak. So there you go. This thing is now finished. Just make sure you time everything perfectly, line everything up. A couple of videos on YouTube show me how to do that. I suggest you can research it on Google search, how to make sure the timing chains and everything are lined up perfectly. But that's it. That's how you do the timing on a 08 Pontiac G8 V6. with the 3 chains. See, let me ramp up this engine a few times. See. A couple of engine lights, I just gotta clear those. There you got it. Yeah, that's how you change the timing on a Pontiac G8 V6 engine with the 3 timing chains. Okay, I'm out.